Welcome to New Sky TV, it's explosive. You thought with Jin Chang'an was just the usual sweet romance plus action-packed scenes formula. No, this time it truly gave viewers a lesson. A 26-year-old girl was so engrossed in the thriller that she couldn't sleep. The most poignant comment was, "I'm not watching the show, I'm waiting for Li Shuang to kill me." Guo Yuxin's red armor look was like a bomb, crashing into the aesthetic fatigue of the short drama circle, instantly becoming a hit. Even casual viewers couldn't help but watch it 3 times. From the moment filming wrapped, with Jin Chang'an hasn't given viewers a chance to breathe. Pre-orders skyrocketed like crazy, millions were just the beginning, but what's truly terrifying is the stickiness of its popularity. Once you click, the algorithm will cling to you like a venomous insect, making you constantly refresh the feed with behind-the-scenes photos, edits, and predictions of iconic scenes. Even more outrageous is that, even before the show aired, some people were already hooked. This isn't love, it's fate. The story is set in the chaotic southern Jin dynasty. The female general Li Shuang wasn't there for romance, she was there to lead troops, fight, and shoulder the responsibility for her country. She unexpectedly finds an amnesiac boy on the battlefield, clean-faced, with blank eyes, who, like a thread of fate, quietly binds her to the rest of her life. She names him Jinan, perhaps just a casual name given after saving him, but who could have imagined that this Jinan would later become his vow to protect her with all his might? Even more intriguing is that this boy is clingy by day, like a little animal that won't let go, always following her, but at night, he transforms into a cold and powerful knight-errant, his killing intent seemingly emanating from his very bones. And here comes the most deadly twist, he carries a strange poison. After being fed blood, the goo worms surprisingly recognized Li Shuang as their master. From then on, Jinan's loyalty to her wasn't love, but an almost instinctive submission. The romance wasn't sweet from the start, it was a bittersweet experience. You might think it's about a sister raising a child, but it's actually about a female general picking up a man who would go crazy for her. The visual impact, however, is truly explosive. In the thriller, Li Shuang is clad in red armor, the armor plates reflecting the sunlight like flames. The moment she raises her hand to draw the bow, the veins on the back of her hand are so clearly visible they seem about to burst from her skin. The string tightens, and the next second, the crossbow bolt pierces the air. The impact isn't just cool, it's overwhelming. She's not posing, she's truly living on the battlefield. In the chaos of battle, she wields her sword to protect her soldiers, her lips tightly pressed together, her eyes cold as knives. There's not a trace of cuteness in her performance. Her clean and decisive actions make you wonder if she'll charge in at any moment. She stepped off the screen. The firelight reflected on her armor, burning red, as if nailing the words "Goddess of War" to the audience's minds. But the most ruthless aspect of with Jin Chang'an isn't the action scenes or the visuals, but the dual tension of national righteousness plus emotional details. Li Shuang carries the weight of the army in the world, while Jinan carries the weight of poison in his identity, and the affection between them is like a piece of candy growing in ruins. It's incredibly sweet, yet incredibly dangerous. Can you imagine? Someone would give up their own life to protect you, and you, to protect the world, are forced to push him away time and time again. So the question is, can it continue to be a hit after its premiere? I dare say, as long as the main episodes don't falter, with Jin Chang'an will not only be a hit, but a massive hit. Because it doesn't rely solely on sweetness, but on ruthlessness plus passion plus desire plus a sense of destiny to captivate the audience. Pull her in. Guo Yuxin's red armor look has already cemented her status as a legend. If she can truly capture the softness beneath the hard exterior of Li Shuang in the main series, then this spring, she might just cleave the short drama scene in two. Even more remarkable is that these details aren't just staged exquisiteness, but possess a raw, authentic quality immediately apparent. Look at Li Shuang's red armor, it's not a brand new, shiny prop, but a living armor bearing scratches, blood stains, and battlefield dust. Every time she raises her arm, turns, or draws her sword, the armor emits a slight scraping sound, a sound that reminds the audience, this isn't a stage, this is a battlefield. And what makes with Jin Chang'an so captivating is precisely its subtle way of hiding sweetness. It doesn't rely on coquetry, misunderstandings, or forced wall slams to create sweet moments. Instead, it uses a more ruthless method, using a closeness bought with life. You think Jinan clings to Li Shuang just because he's cute? No, it's because after he lost his memory, she became his sole anchor in the world. She is his name, his home, his reason for living. Especially with the introduction of the goo poison, the entire relationship's texture instantly changes. After the goo worm recognizes its master, Jin'an's loyalty isn't "I want to follow you, but I must protect you." This sense of being bound by fate is more cruel and more compelling than any vow. There's a particularly poignant moment in the trailer. Li Shuang is handling military affairs while bandaging wounded soldiers, her fingers covered in blood, yet she tries to maintain her composure. Jin'an stands behind her, wanting to get closer but afraid too, his eyes burning with desire. It's like he wants to hug her, but he knows she's a general, a sword on the battlefield, iron that cannot soften. So he can only suppress his heartache. Swallowing it back, it becomes a quieter, more steadfast protection. Speaking of Yan Zixin's storyline, it's truly more terrifying the more you watch. Because he plays three roles, seemingly three identities, but actually three twisted destinies. The childhood Jin'an is innocent, the nighttime knight errant is sharp, the northern wrong Prince Aodeng is burdened. Most crucially, all three love Li Shuang, but in completely different ways. Jin'an's love is clinging, dependence, "Don't leave me." The knight errant's love is protection, killing, "I'll take the blow for you." Aodeng's love is repression, restraint, "I can't love you, but I love you the most." These three emotions intertwine within one person, and a slight misstep could turn it into a split personality performance. But his most impressive aspect in the trailer is, he almost doesn't rely on the lines, but rather on his eyes and breathing to draw you into the emotions. The feeling of wanting to say something but being unable to is like a taut string, ready to snap at any moment. Your sentiment is incredibly real. Many people's previous prejudices against short dramas aren't entirely unfounded. Short runtime, fast transitions, and forced emotional delivery can easily lead to numbness after watching too many. But the most striking aspect of the trailer for With Jin Chang'an is that it suddenly makes you realize, short doesn't equal shallow, fast can also have weight. You ask how long this momentum will last after the premiere. I think the key isn't whether it's sweet or not, but whether it can maintain two things, the pacing and the emotional resonance. If it only attracts viewers with the red armor, action scenes, and contrasting settings in the trailer, its initial surge will quickly fade. But if the actual series can portray responsibility with quality and emotion with restraint, its staying power will be terrifying, because viewers aren't just swooning over the C-rated elements. It's not about P, but something more profound. In chaotic times, can love truly triumph over fate? And the fusion of family and country and love that you mentioned, I also think, is its most likely point of legendary status. Li Shuang's love isn't petty romance. Her heart is first and foremost for the people, the army, and the city. It's not that she doesn't want to be gentle, it's that she can't be. Her gentleness isn't coquetry, it's being willing to help wounded soldiers even on the brink of death, willing to give her life on the battlefield. Jin'an's love isn't simply clingy, it's his only light after losing his memory. He clings to her because he knows he could be swallowed by darkness at any moment. And Aodeng's love is even more cruel. He clearly has passion and ideals, yet his status pushes him to the opposite side of her. It's not that he doesn't want to stop the war, it's that he can't. That's why your last sentence is so poignant. What truly touches the heart is the intertwining of responsibility and emotion. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.